Hello, and welcome back to Make Art or Be Sad, the series where I give myself 1 year to make a living off of creative work, or else I give up on all of my dreams. This is my update for January. What did I do in January? Did it work? Where are we at? I'll be honest, January didn't go that great. Brass tacks of it all is I've achieved 4 out of 31 of the goals, which is not a terrible amount if you look at that mathematically, but realizing that a lot of these are bigger than others, it becomes a lot worse. Money-wise, I made a grand total of $35. The 4 goals that I achieved were smoking a cigarette, getting a part-time job, decluttering my apartment, and finally getting monetized on YouTube. I've been posting daily to YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram and Facebook. This has been largely ineffective on social media. I still have basically the same amount of followers as I did at the start of the year. Most of the growth on YouTube has been from my movie, which is good because my movie got 15K views, but unfortunate because it's not sustainable. I don't think I'm going to do numbers the same this month as I did last month. Also, a lot of the audience that watched my movie didn't actually watch it, which is also unfortunate. I hadn't planned to make a video this month, but I watched Tim Robinson's I Think You Should Leave, and I wanted to make a video on it, so I did. People hated that video, just absolutely trashed the whole thing. I think there's always a kind of disconnect between creators and audiences that don't create things themselves, where they look at a video like that where, you know, I talk about a show and I don't necessarily have a big thesis or theme, and they think that that video doesn't take a lot of work. In between writing and watching the show and then editing the video, that video probably took me 15 or 20 hours, and it was certainly a lot more difficult than just putting on the video and reacting to it. I did try to write out points and have some things to say, but yeah, it's got like a 20% like ratio. People really did not like that video, unfortunately. But I mean, that's sort of what happens when you create on YouTube, or any platform really. There's gonna be people that don't like what you're making. On the topic of the 4 main goals, making an album, 25 YouTube videos, writing a book, and making a short film, things on that front are also going slower than I wanted them to go. My January ended up being quite busy, especially with classes. I wanted to finish a draft of the script for the short film. That did not happen. I've outlined most of it, but I haven't actually written a bunch of scenes down for it. The music album, my friend has offered to produce it, which is very nice of them, so that is moving along, but in a similar vein, I've written about half of one song for it. No one I know seems to understand me. On the 25 YouTube videos, I'm technically 3 in because we have the original Make Art or Be Sad announcement video, my movie, which I'm counting, and then the I Think You Should Leave video. I have 1 or 2 lined up for this month that I'm going to do. One is on the movie Companion. I was going to do a video all on Groundhog Day, but after the poor reception to the last video I did, a video where I watched Groundhog Day for 24 hours straight didn't seem like something I necessarily wanted to put out right after. Talking about some of the other goals that I have in there for the year, I'm behind on most of those too, unfortunately. Haven't done as much reading as I wanted. I have written a few scripts and a few short stories, which is nice. I've submitted a few of those to literary magazines, which I'm hoping, you know, fingers crossed. Oh, let's talk about the novel. I flip-flopped on a few ideas. I think I have one in mind that I'm going to go with, but I am very much not a fiction writer, especially not in a novel-length form. So I feel like it's something I gotta do a lot more reading, and I gotta really research more before I start to get in there. But I do have an outline in mind for it, very briefly, that I need to do more work on. I think one of the main barriers, I've just been sick a lot this month for some reason. I don't know what it is. I don't know if maybe it's stress. I've always had a few sort of chronic health conditions, but it's been worse this month than I anticipated it being. I did hit a pretty big low point this month. Just tired of being inept. When I sort of started to realize that I just want to be able to create something and look at it and know that it is good. Like I just things weren't looking that great, and I know it is still early on in the journey, obviously, but I think it's a very frustrating thing as a creator to post and not get any feedback on what to do better. It's one of the problems that making the algorithm happy is just a near impossibility a lot of the time, it feels like. Yeah, that low point really got to me. It sucked. It wasn't a very fun time. We're now into February, which means obviously I did not achieve my goal, so that means I am living without my car for a month. I'm not too worried about that one. I think the later ones are going to be worse. I'm hoping that things begin to kind of ramp up. I think the frustrating thing is that if I could do it for 1 month, that would be enough for me to not quit my dreams. I also should say that I'm not going to reveal the exact amount of money I need to reach. We're a long way off. We certainly are a long way off. And I also should say that that amount of making a living off of my art is the most bare bones amount of living. It's what are my basic minimum expenses to continue surviving as a human being, and that's the amount of money I need to make off of creative work. I won't lie and say that it's been easy. It's certainly been tough. It's frustrating because I'm not just letting myself down. It's not just, you know, me. It's also everyone that watches any of my videos, and so I'm letting you guys down by not being able to publish content that I think is, you know, exceptional or really engaging. Like if I have a vlog and I sort of half-ass it and I post it, like yes, it's a short video and I'm not expecting it to blow up, but it is still frustrating. So that is your January update. I'm hoping to have a video up on February 14th. And I'm hoping to maybe have another one up somewhere in the last couple weeks of February to see how that one shakes out. You can tune in mid-March to see how February went without having a car. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to subscribe and like and follow me on social media. Goodbye.